Pops Conductor, who was here a couple of years ago, but now officially the Pops Conductor for the Grand Rapids Symphony, Bob Bernhardt, and is our guest in the studio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Andy. Delighted to be with you.
Oh, great to have you here. Had you on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and now here you are in person.
I appreciate you taping this later in the day so I don't have to get up so early. Thank you. How am I doing?
He's such a bad guy. They're shooting videos of him and things. I know. So look good, because you have a great face for radio.
Yeah, I do. Perfect. Thank you. Where did I hear that before?
I don't know. Someone planted that thought in my head.
So true.
Let's talk about you for a minute, because named the principal Pops Conductor for the symphony, and that's very cool. You have some big shoes to fill. Richard Heyman, for so many years, was the Pops Conductor, and so welcome to the symphony.
I'm delighted to be here, and I do. Actually, for all of us in this business, we all stand on the shoulders of giants, and Richard had this amazing, 5-decade, 6-decade career.
Yeah.
I know that everybody knows it, but he was also this brilliant virtuoso harmonica player.
It wasn't he ever? Every once in a while he dragged that out.
Yeah, I always wanted him to do more because it was so great. But he's also, a lot of his arrangements are still very much part of our symphonic world, because he was a brilliant arranger, and he did the arranging by himself. So he was the
Did he really?
The lone arranger.
Wow, amazing.
It's a joke. It was a joke.
That went right over my head.
It's early. See,
I was early.
early.
I was thinking of my next question. I should listen better.
No, not for this interview.
So
you're doing fine.
So you're telling me you don't play the harmonica?
I don't.
All right.
Nor not even the kazoo.
Accordion, anything?
No, that would be fun. I actually did a concert just last week that had a virtuoso accordion player.
No
all
kidding.
over it. That was very cool, but it's not me.
All right. All right. This weekend is the Pops, and it's Broadway, music of Broadway.
It is indeed. It's the best of Broadway, and with two of my friends and two of the really most experienced Broadway people that I know, Lisa Vroman and Doug Lebrecht. Lisa, I'm not sure that she actually, it's on her information, but she has sung Christine in Phantom more than any human being in the world. More than
the music of Phantom is just
more than 2,500 performances of Phantom. She's saying Doug has been on Broadway in Les Mis, and also on Phantom. But they have this amazing experience and breadth of repertoire, and the first half is a more traditional Broadway, what the roots of Broadway: Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, Cole Porter, and then the second half is Andrew Lloyd Webber, and there's a little Burt Bacharach thrown in.
Oh, wow!
There's music from Chicago, music from Chorus Line. Second half.
Really cool.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and that is Friday and Saturday night, DeVos Performance Hall.
Right, and Sunday matinee too.
All right, good. Yeah. And then you and I talked earlier, a couple weeks ago, about the Picnic Pops,
right?
And because you'll be doing most of the Picnic Pops.
Actually, John Verano's doing 3 of them. I'm doing 1.
That's what I said. You'll be doing 1
That's
of
right.
the Picnic Pops.
It's rare that I actually have information that's correct, by the way, but this could be true.
That's the rumor. Anyway.
Yes, the rumor. Yes.
And which one are you conducting?
I'm conducting the one that's called Classical Fireworks. Which I'm happy about that for so many reasons. I'd be happy with the others too, because it's a great line.
Yeah.
But the Classical Fireworks is a way for me to get to know the orchestra better. It's a series of usually light classical pieces, a couple of some popular works as well, where it's fast paced, but it gives the people a flavor of great classical music from America and elsewhere. My view on this one was to bring some nationalistic pride from other countries as well, the European countries that wrote, the composers who wrote music about gave their countrymen goosebumps, and some British music and that kind of thing.
Cool.
And then we end with that great American work, the 1812 Overture.
That great American. Yes, of course.
Right, always.
Always, you have to end with the cannons.
That's Arthur Fiedler's fault. He brought that into the.
He really did?
He was the one who thought his Esplanade concerts, July 4th concerts, we need something really big for the tradition. In the 1960s, late 60s, early 70s, he was the one who brought the 1812 into the American parlance.
Wow. And now it's tradition. You have to close with the 1812.
It's true. And of course, it was actually written as a benefit for veterans when it was written in the 19th century. So it's very appropriate, and of course it's it just, well, it still rocks, basically.
Basically it does. Bob Bernhardt, principal pops conductor for the Grand Rapids Symphony, and with this weekend's performance of the symphony on Broadway was some great Broadway hits. Talk about you. Your background goes way back with Boston Pops.
104.
He's really well preserved.
You're so kind.
With the Boston Pops and principal pops conductor for years and years.
That's true. I've actually have been. I'm one of the luckiest people you know. Actually, I had a little over 30-year career as a music director. So in the classical repertoire, I've been in the opera pit for 30 years, and I've been pops for 35 years. I started doing pops when I was still in my 20s. Okay. And this pops thing has shifted and changed and has become thrilling and exciting, and I'm thrilled to be here as pops conductor. I've been pops conductor in Louisville for almost 20 years, and with the Chattanooga Symphony, where I was music director before.
Is it different conducting pops versus a classical concert?
Yeah, sure, and a lot of reasons, yes, for that. The main reason is that in the pops, there's usually a lot to say. I mean, you have to usually connect. You usually don't say a lot before a Mahler symphony. And then Gustav Mahler walked into a restaurant and he said, you usually don't do that kind of thing. But in the pops world, where my whole point, it's not the whole point because everybody's different, but my whole point is to establish a relationship with our audience and for them to feel comfortable and welcome and like they're in their living room listening to the great Grand Rapids Symphony. So the idea is to connect and to entertain.
To connect with you. Let them connect with you as well as the music.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they will this weekend. The Pops on Broadway with Bob Bernhardt conducting the Grand Rapids Symphony, principal Pops conductor. And you will be, in other words, connecting with
Doug Lebrecht and Lisa Roman also lead their portion of the program. They have connecting information for people about the works that they're going to be singing.
That's great.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth on that.
You can still get tickets. You can get it through Ticketmaster.com. You can get it from the Symphony box office, up at Symphony office, and or DeVos Performance Hall as well for Friday, Saturday, and on the Sunday matinee as well. Bob Bernhardt, thank you so much, and welcome to Grand Rapids and the Pops
It's
conducting.
great to be here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
I hope so too.
Thanks.
Bob Bernhardt, 826, 100.5, The River.